What's up, guys? This is the Lucha Strength Podcast. Thank you guys for listening again, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the messages that I've been getting. Thank you for just encouraging me to keep doing this, man. It's pretty cool. It's awesome to know that some people are, that you guys are, well, it's awesome to listen to you guys, to know that you guys are listening to my ass for this. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you for the encouragement. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, so I'm glad that I'm able to do this now, and just, I'm glad that you guys are fucking listening to me and enjoying it for whatever it's worth, man. Thank you. Man, I had a crazy fucking week last week. I wasn't able to record an episode last week because, man, it was just all over the place. So, okay, man, this is what happened, man. Last week, so I'm in the suburbs of Chicago, right? And in the suburbs of Chicago, man, we had a crazy storm. We had it wasn't even snow, man. It was just ice, a crazy ice storm, I guess. It wasn't like it was terrible. Like, it was the most calm, crazy ice storm that I've seen. The reason is because it went on for like a day and a half, and it was just so much that was coming down. It was just weighing in on trees, man. So like, a lot of the power went out around here, right? And my house including, because so the ice was pretty much, it's because it's so heavy, it was weighing down on trees. So when it hit the trees, man, like the branches were just kind of just slowly weighing down, right? And this was for like a day and a half. The ice was just slowly weighing down, and then around the trees, right? And then eventually the tree branches were snapping all over the place, and that would hit a power line here and there. It would hit another power line, and then down across town it would hit another power line, and then the town over. It was a bunch. Everyone was going through shit, and eventually we have a tree in the backyard, right? And the tree, it was like a pine tree, right? But like, it's so big, man. And I have power lines across my backyard. So eventually one of those branches, man, just caught up on one of the power lines and just brought everything down. So we had no power. And then this was probably for like 2.5 days. And man, it started slowly just getting cold, right? It wasn't so cold during the day, but it was at nighttime when it was getting cold, because it dropped down to like 20 degrees, man. And it was just, we had no power, man. It was annoying when people had to go in their cars just to charge their phone, just to warm up. And man, it was crazy. It was just crazy, man. And then at night, I swear to God, I slept with like sweater, a hat, everything, man, because it was just so fucking cold. And then so that was like on a Thursday. That was on a Thursday, right? It was like Wednesday night going into Thursday. Well, I left on a Friday. Man, because I went to, so that happened, right? That happened, and then I went to, so I was like, cool, I'm not gonna be dealing with this shit that long, whatever. Ended up going to Florida. I ended up going to Florida because there was a seminar going on out there, right? A seminar / tryout for WWE. And the guy who runs it was a guy for WWE, and he's going around, for recruiting pretty much, just scouting, just seeing what's up, man. And it was out in Florida, so it was out towards Tampa, right? And I won't go into much detail, just give you the gist, because I'll be here all fucking day, right? So anyway, he was out there, and I was looking online, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go try it out, man. And man, I do not regret just going out there, because like my whole week was just crazy. So it started off with me out here in freezing cold temperature out in Chicago, right? Freezing cold temperature because of the snow, terrible. Ended up flying out to Florida. The weather was fucking crazy, man. It was 90 degrees, but it wasn't like, there's a difference right now, right? Because I've been down to Orlando and Florida and all that, right, during the summer. And during the summer, man, summer weather in Florida is brutal, to me at least, right? Maybe with some of the people down there, it's not as bad. But some of the weather down there, to me, it was hot. It's like, summer weather in Florida is just more like hot. The sun just beats down on you, right? There's that type of hot where it's like, it's just beating down on you. You can't breathe. You're just sweating, just staying in there. That's the type of hot in the summer. Now, Florida summer in the winter, Florida heat in the winter is different, because it's February. It was February, right? Now it's March. But down there in February, it's completely different. Yes, there's still sun. Yes, it's still warm. But it's not that brutal fucking the sun is beating down on you. It's where it's that nice, okay, let's go outside for a walk. There, you can get a tan. You can enjoy the weather. You can go and play some basketball outside. You can do all that stuff. But it's not that brutal beating sun where you just can't do anything and you can't breathe and you can't walk around because you're just dying to fucking sweat. You know what I mean? It's not that type of heat. So that was nice. I went out there, right? I flew out there, and then I flew down to Orlando because the place was in Tampa, and I wasn't gonna fly down to Tampa because the prices between Tampa and Florida, or Tampa and Orlando, was just the prices for flights, man. It was ridiculous. So I said, screw it, man. I'm gonna fly to Orlando. I flew into Orlando, and I got to rent a car. Instantly when I got there, man, I just switched. I came in like pants, I came in sweatpants, I came in a sweater, right? I went to the bathroom and I just completely changed. I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go change. Went to my car, got it, and then drove probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours because of the fucking traffic. But man, it was peaceful, man. You guys ever fucking go on in a car in the summer and you're just driving down the road, but like you don't even have the radio on, right? You just kind of just turn it off and you just listen. You just roll down the windows and you're just enjoying life. I don't know, man. It's one of those little things that I like to do sometimes, right? Not all the time, but sometimes. You just lower the windows, have the wind hit you, and just enjoy the fucking view while you're driving. That's kind of what I had. I was probably like halfway in, and then halfway after that, I kind of just turned on the music. But it's one of those things, man. It's just like it was nice just to go and drive down there and just you're in a different state, man. You're just enjoying the view. You're enjoying the summer. Or not the summer. You're enjoying the sun. It's really fucking peaceful, man. It's nice to do every now and then, you know. So I'm driving down, right? I'm fucking driving down, and then I stopped at a fucking gas station, at a 7-Eleven or some shit, and I grabbed some protein stuff, some protein bars, and then a Fairlife protein shake, which is fucking delicious. You know, and I'm fucking driving down, right? I get back in the car. I'm driving down, and then, cool, I'm like, sweet, I have about an hour and a half left. And I went and I drove down there. Eventually, I got to the place. I got to fucking Tampa, right? It's like right outside of Tampa. I got there, and I'm thinking, cool, all right, it's about 5:30, close to 6. I don't even have a fucking hotel yet, or a motel, or nothing. I just knew I had to get down there. So I'm like, cool, before I look for a place, let me see where this fucking place is at, because I don't know if I'm gonna, if I don't, you know, you never know what the fuck could happen. Maybe it's you get the wrong address or whatever. So let me drive down there. So I put it on my address, or I put the address on my phone. I drive down to the place. Sure enough, there it is, right? There's the fucking warehouse. Cool, here's the place. Now let me go find a fucking place to go sleep at. And at this point, man, I'm fucking hungry. You ever get when you're hungry and your head starts to hurt? Your head starts to hurt, and then you start getting a little dizzy. And also, too, sometimes when I'm really fucking starving, I start feeling like I want to throw up or something. I don't know why. But anyway, man, I was at that point. So I went and I found the place. Cool. Let me go look for somewhere to stay. I drive down the road, right? It was the same road, but I drive down the road and I see a bunch of hotels. Days Inn, Holidays Inn, whatever. So I go to these places. I go to one place and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for a place. You guys have any rooms available? The lady's like, sorry, we don't have any rooms available. We're completely booked. And then she tells me, and I don't think you're going to find a place either because these other hotels here, they're all booked. She's like, as far as I know. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't know if to believe you or not, but I'm not just going to say, oh, screw it. I'm not going to go check. So I just said, all right, thank you. Thanks a lot. I left and I drive to the next hotel. I went to like 4 fucking hotels. I went to the next hotel. Same lady, same thing. We're booked. I'll go to the next one. Cool. I go to the next one again. Same thing. And then I tell this lady, I'm like, this is at the 3rd hotel. I tell this lady, do you know of any other hotels that are not booked or motels? And she goes, I don't think so because as far as I know, because apparently they all talk to each other, right? They all have each other's numbers. All the hotels in the place, in the area. She's like, let me call into some of these places. And I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. I'm like, yeah, hotel or motel, it doesn't matter to me. She goes and she calls, and then they tell her, yeah. She hangs up, and then she said, yeah, you know what, we don't, they're all booked. Sorry. And then I'm like, all right, cool. And then, cool, whatever. I leave, I go to the next one. Go to the next hotel that was down the road, which is the one of the ones that she called. I walk in and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for a room. Same thing. We're just completely booked. Sorry, And then just she was kind of trying to brush me off, like, sorry, like, fuck off, get out of here. I'm like, bitch, fuck, I didn't say nothing, and I'm like, all right, what about? I'm like, do you know of any other hotels or motels? Same thing. She goes, no. She's like, well, let me call some of these places. All right, call it, yeah. And she calls, same thing. So they say no. And she's like, sorry. So there's nothing. And I'm like, there's no hotels or motels. And she's like, she gives me kind of that look when I said motel. She gave me that look, kind of like, you really want to go to a motel? She didn't say that, but she gave me that look. I don't understand what the fuck is the big difference. Like, what's the deal? It's a fucking motel. What does it matter? It's a place to stay. It's not like it's some cockroach infested place. And I'm like, yeah. I didn't say that. I was thinking that. And then I tell her, I'm like, yeah, my motel, hotel, it don't matter. And she's like, well, you know what? She's like, I don't know. So there might be a motel down the road, but like, yeah, all the hotels are booked, but there might be a motel if you really want to do that. Kind of like giving me that disgusted look, like, I can't believe you want to step down to that level. And I'm thinking, at this point, I was already pissed off. I'm like, because of the fact that I had asked the lady before the same thing, is there any motels? And she had pretty much the same mindset as this girl, saying that, like, no, we don't. Why would you want to do that to yourself? And she didn't even bother telling me. And she's like, there might be some motels down there, but I don't know. Kind of like at your own risk type of attitude, right? So I'm getting pissed, and I'm thinking, these ladies know that there's a motel on this road somewhere, but they don't want to tell me because, I don't know, man. I just got that feeling it was like kind of like beneath them. So I'm thinking, whatever, man, cool. I leave, and I'm thinking, I gotta find some motels, and I'm googling motels and everything, and it's just, they're giving me, I don't know if I googled it right, but they were giving me motels like 30 minutes away, an hour away, far motels. So I'm thinking there has to be motels on here. Let me go drive down there. I end up driving down the road, and then I find a motel right away. I found a motel. I walk in, and I'm thinking, at this point, I'm like, if there's no motel right here, man, I'm just going to sleep in the car. I might as well, because, I have a rent-a-car, so whatever. I walk in, and I'm thinking, I'm just starving, man, I'm hungry. I walk in, this lady, right? This lady's in the front. Very nice lady. Probably missing teeth. The place smelled like Febreze, I guess. There was some caution tape in the front, right? So I pull up to this place. There's some caution tape in the front, right before the lobby. I guess you couldn't walk in some part of the lobby. I walk in. As I'm walking in, there's some people outside, right? It's one of those motels where it's just like you park and you walk in. There's no like inside, like everything's outside. I don't even know how to describe that. There's some people outside, they're smoking. There's some people on the balcony. I swear to God, it looked like pimps and hookers up there. I don't know. I was like, whatever. I walk in. This lady, she's very nice, missing teeth, probably like in her 50s. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? She was very nice. Hey, how's it going? Place fucking smelled like Febreze. I swear to God, I couldn't breathe. And she's like, and I told her, I was like, do you guys have any rooms? She's like, yes, we have rooms. And I'm like, thank God. And we just started talking. I'm like, lady, you saved my life, man. You saved my life, because I was going to sleep in my car. And she started laughing, whatever, charged me for the motel. Went to my room, put my stuff there. Instant, man, I was so happy, just because I was like, all right. This was probably like around 8 or 9 o'clock already at night, and I've been on the road all day. I've been flying all day, whatever. And yeah, man, I was just so happy, man. I went, got some Chipotle, grabbed some food, grabbed a Diet Coke, came back, and just ate. I just stuffed my fucking face, man. I stuffed my face, showered, went to sleep. And yeah, man, that was my day, though, just crazy, because at one point I didn't think I was going to be able to like shower or like eat or nothing, because I was like, I'm going to have to sleep in this goddamn car. But nah, man, it worked. It worked out, man. I was kind of nervous, thinking like, all right, it is what it is, this is what we got to go through. This will be one of my stories to say in the future, of me trying to get to this place where there's recruiters for WWE, right? So, but it's just one of the things where like, you just go with it. Either you complain or you just go with it. What am I gonna fucking do, right? It's already there. I'm already there. I'm already there. What am I gonna do? Complain and cry? This isn't fair. Nah. It was cool just to like kind of, all right, damn, man, I might not have a place. All right, let's just see where this goes. Let's see what God God has in charge for me, or God has in place for me. But nah, man, it was good, man. So then next day I end up going. I wake up, go eat early at a Denny's, and then I went to the trial thing. It was an all day thing, man. It was from like 10 to 9, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. It was pretty cool, man. It was amazing. I met some awesome people that I've met on the indies before. I met a couple people that I met. Oh, met one guy before. This guy I met who was in Texas, right? He's an announcer for reality or wrestling, or one of the commentary people. I hadn't seen him since, and I saw him there at the seminar. I was like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" We started talking. He was a really nice guy. And then I met another guy that I met when I went to AEW Dark down in Orlando this past summer. He was there too. Caught up with him again. We were talking because he's from the Florida area, and it was just cool, man, to see some old faces and then some new faces. Yeah, I mean, we went in. It was an all day thing. We did a promo class and we started a couple matches. We had a tryout match just to see where we're at. And we had a show at the end of the night, man. Some people came. It was got to work in front of people, and it was cool, man, because I got to see. So I got to see what other people from other areas, because there was people from the UK there. There was people from the UK. There was people uh, from New Zealand. There was people from there. And it was cool, man, to see a lot of people from everywhere and different styles, different accents that they have, different styles of wrestling. You get to know these people, so it's cool. But these people, they have been to places. These people have been to places. These are like unsigned talent, right? They have been to places, right? And then it's cool for me because I got to see where I'm at compared to these guys. I got to see where I'm at, what I need to work on. It's kind of like it's cool to be at these places because yes, I was nervous, but at the same time, I don't want to be comfortable. I like to see where things are at. And when I saw these guys, I'm thinking, I was watching some of these matches and I'm like, that's fucking cool. And I saw this other guy and I'm like, that's fucking cool. And then I saw this other guy and I'm thinking that was kind of trash, but it was still good. And there's these guys that don't even look like they're wrestlers, but when you see them wrestle, I'm thinking, oh, that's why you're good. You don't look like a wrestler, but you're good. I get it. And some of these promos that these guys were cutting, man, it's just cool, man. It's awesome. It's cool to see, and then we got some feedback from the recruiter, and it's cool to see what he was getting and giving us feedback and what they're looking for and what the future holds and where the company's going in the direction, and then how to get your name out there. A bunch of things, man. A bunch of things to see that it's someone like me that's interested in this and that loves pro wrestling and that wants to, hopefully be a part of a company somewhere in the future. It's cool to see what they're looking for. So, I mean, it was fucking worth it, man, to go down there. It was worth it. It was cool just to get out of this place for a while, too. But, man, it was awesome for the experience. That's something I'm definitely going to remember for, like, a long, long time, man. And yeah, man, then eventually we finished up. Man, and then went to my motel, grabbed some more Chipotle, got a Diet Coke, grabbed some cookies, and ate. And then the next day I left, drove back down to Orlando, and then went on my flight, got back to Chicago. And we got back to Chicago, all the power was back on, everything was fixed. And it was like 50 degrees back here again, so I kind of pretty much missed out on the whole cold. But, man, it's just one of those things where, like, just to finish up, man, it's just, looking right now on it, there's experience, I guess, experiences in your life, right, that you're not going to be 100% sure about. You shouldn't let the whole thought about, is this worth it? Is this, I mean, I guess, right, you can, but there's just times where you just have to say, fuck it. I'm going to do this because this is something I want to do. And you know what? Who knows when I might not do this again, or who knows when an opportunity like this might not come back. Weigh out your pros and cons, but at the same time, have the ability to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And I gotta let God, guide me. So same when I was down there, man, I didn't know if I was gonna get a place to sleep, but I was like, God will have my back. And I found a place last minute, man. And this is one of those things where you're gonna remember for the longest time. So I mean, there's gonna be things in your life where you just think, am I gonna do this, or am I gonna bitch out? Should I risk it? Should I not risk it? And yeah, sometimes it might not go as planned, but I mean, if you always let that thing hold you back in life, saying, should I risk it or should I not? I mean, I don't know, man. Are you really fucking living? Are you really living? Are you really experiencing life? you know, because I could have said no, I'm not gonna go down there because it would have been risky. But then I would have missed out on those experiences. And I'm glad that I fucking went, man. I'm glad that I went. I'm glad that I went through what I went through when I was here before I left, and it was fucking worth it. It was worth it, man. Now I'm back. I'm back, and definitely, man. There's a connection there, and it's just I connected with a bunch of people, and it's just I'm ready to keep working because I fucking love this shit. I love this pro wrestling shit, you know, and I'm looking forward to seeing where I go from here, man. But that's all I wanted to tell you guys, just the experience of me going down there, the experience of going down there, what led up to it. But it was just fucking, you just like I said, man. Sometimes you just gotta say screw it. I'm gonna do it, no matter what. I'm gonna go do this, and if it's worth it, then it's worth it. If it's not, then I guess it's not. But I never know if you don't try it, right? That's what I wanted to say, man. Thanks a lot for listening, man. Thanks a lot for listening to my fucking bullshit. Thanks a lot for listening, man. This is awesome. Give me some feedback, what you guys think. You know, give me some feedback and let me know, man, if you want to hear more stories like this. What else you guys want to listen to, you know? But this just want to let you guys know what was going on in my life, man. Thank you, man. This is the Lucha Strength Podcast. Thank you for listening. I hope to keep you entertained in the future even more when I come out with more episodes. I just couldn't do it last time because my power went out, right? But I'm back, man, and thank you guys. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share this shit. I'll post more of it on social media, and thank you guys. Thank you for all the support.